All right, everyone. So for those of you that are looking on your phone, you should now be able to see that we are live on Facebook.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone, for the Slate technology.
Well, are we ready to start?
Yeah. They were good. Anne, I think we're ready when you are.
It says I have unstable internet, so we're going to do the very best we can. So if I need my colleagues to jump in, I'm going to rely on this wonderful community to help out. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 Alzheimer's Association Longest Day Shine Your Light ceremony. We've never done this before, so thank you for being with us this evening or tuning in whenever you can. And would love your feedback and your thoughts on this because, again, we've never done it before. And even though this year for the longest day looks and feels a little different, our cause and our community is as solid and as committed to ending the Alzheimer's and other dementia and really joining in that fight. So we are really excited that you're here. We're excited to see everything that people have done over the entire day. So please share your longest day experience tonight, anything that you've done by posting photos, ask for any last minute donations to help really push your impact and create awareness via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, other social media. And I know that Morgan and Laura, two of my amazing colleagues, are in the chat. They can share what those hashtags are, but hashtag the longest day and hashtag end alls if you're sharing on social media, which we would love. As you know, that even though today is the longest day, this campaign runs through July and August. So it is never too late at all to join the fight around the longest day. It's not too late to earn incentive prizes, to really show off your purple swag, or even become a solstice champion. So we really encourage you to look for other ways to, again, extend your impact through July and August and keep working toward your fundraising goals because every dollar counts. Alzheimer's doesn't stop and neither do we. And I think in these challenging times, we're finding that the need for our programs, services, and outreach is more important than ever before. So my name is Anne Murray, and I am the Director of Development for Greater Indiana. And tonight I'll be your MC, have a couple of remarks. We're going to hear from some incredible speakers, hear from our chapter executive, and then we're going to close out with a reading that we think really helps drive the point home about what Alzheimer's is and can do, but then also some of the beautiful moments that we have, those of us with personal experience have maybe experienced during that journey. Whether you hosted an event this week or you're planning a future event in the coming months, or you posted on social to raise awareness, we really thank you for supporting our mission. And we thank all of our speakers here today. And throughout our brief time here this evening, we do encourage you to engage with us by chatting in the comments section, typing in that chat box, whether it's sharing a memory of a loved one, telling us what event you hosted in person or virtually, or why you participated in the longest day. We'd really love to hear from you. So I think everyone is muted, which is great Zoom protocol. I think we've all gotten pretty proficient with these virtual gatherings, so that's terrific. One of the things we're so excited about tonight is that this is the first time we've brought people together virtually on the actual longest day, just to put a stake in the ground and come together as a community. So I hope that tonight brings you hope for our future and that you agree that all of our efforts collectively around the longest day is such a great way to shine your light for your loved one. Your fundraising dollars help support some of the most instrumental research in Alzheimer's science. And as the world's largest nonprofit funder of research, We are committed to accelerating global progress of new treatments, preventions, and ultimately a cure. Until we are able to stop, slow, or prevent this disease, we are also really focused on wrapping our arms around those living with the disease, their families, and caregivers. And because of that, we are so dedicated to offering reliable information, care, and support to millions of people facing Alzheimer's. And that includes the 110,000 Hoosiers living in Indiana with the disease and their 342,000 caregivers. To learn more about our programs and services and share them with your networks, we really encourage you to visit our website, alz.org/Indiana/helping_you. Kind of a mouthful, so I know Morgan and Laura will post that in the chat for you to share as well. And not only do I shine my light professionally in my capacity at the Alzheimer's Association, and of course, all the families and caregivers we work with, but I shine it also personally for my great-grandmother and both of my grandparents, and then also for my mother, who was a long-distance caregiver for many years. And that experience in particular, I think, really showed us the impact that this disease can have over multiple years, both from watching my grandparents with it, but then watching my mother serve as caregiver. So that really drives me every day to lift up everyone impacted by this disease and all of you and all of your loved ones. So we often hear that Alzheimer's can feel like a very solitary journey, or it's a disease of loneliness. And I really hope that in your work with The Longest Day with Us, or if you hopefully do avail yourselves of any of our programs and services, or even just in sharing your story, I hope you find community and I hope you feel less alone, because if we can do that, then we've helped shine a light on what can be some dark days. I am so honored and excited to introduce all of you to Casey Keller. She's incredible, one of our stalwart volunteers, and she serves as the Longest Day committee chair. And she is going to start the ceremony. So I know that we're going to all have our purple glow sticks and our candles at the ready. So Casey, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thanks, Anne. I'm thrilled to be here tonight, and also super excited that I get to share the Shine a Light ceremony with a few of my Longest Day participants. And those individuals are Laren Morkel, Colin Marchhouse, and Sarah Feckety. So thank you guys for being with us as well. Tonight, we are brought here because of many different connections to the disease, but ultimately, we want to shine our light in honor of our loved ones, our family members, friends, caregivers, and anyone who is affected by the disease. We're going to share 4 statements, and we ask that you crack and shake your glow stick or light a candle to shine a light for the reason you are joining us today. I'm really enjoying seeing some of the chats. I'm thrilled by all of the social media posts that have gone throughout the day. Great photos, great posts on Twitter. Thank you guys very much. Please continue to share throughout the ceremony. Share what you're doing, share how you're shining your light, and most importantly, please share who you're shining your light for. We love the stories that you're sharing with us, and we continue to be inspired by the work that you're doing through the Longest Day activities. So thank you. Let's begin. So this is what we're going to do. So crack your light or light your candle if you are here to support the cause and the association's vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other forms of dementia.
Crack your light or light your candle if you are here because you've lost someone to Alzheimer's or dementia.
Crack your light or light your candle if you are here because you are supporting
or caring for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia.
Crack your light or light your candle if you are here in honor of all those living with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia.
Tonight we shine our light all together, and we represent our commitment to continue fighting until we have a cure, because together we can end Alzheimer's. The money we raise helps the Alzheimer's Association continue to provide critical care and support services like the free 24/7 helpline and online and in-person educational programs. Your efforts also help the association continue its work as the leading voice for Alzheimer's, rallying a nationwide network of advocates to speak up for the needs and rights of those facing the disease. Today is the day with the most sunlight, and we've come together to stand up against the darkness of Alzheimer's. I cannot thank you enough. Now I'd like to turn it over to Natalie Sutton, our chapter executive for the Greater Indiana chapter. Natalie.
Hi, everyone. Thanks to all of you for joining us this evening and for sharing your stories and for your commitment to the longest day and to raising funds for the Alzheimer's Association mission. You truly are making an incredible difference in the lives of those with Alzheimer's and other dementias, and for the future as well. Casey and Ann both mentioned how the funds support our work at the Alzheimer's Association. So I won't go into too much more detail there, but I do again want to thank you. And I want to let you know that I shine my light right along with you and raise funds for the longest day in memory of my grandfather, Don Deere, who passed away in 2016 after several years with vascular dementia, and also in honor of my grandmother, my Grandma Martha, who was his wife of more than 60 years and cared for him every day, every hour of every day for those last few years of his life. So this is also personal for me, and that's one of the reasons that I join you tonight. I truly do believe that together, by working together, by coming together as a community, we can end Alzheimer's and all other dementia. I want to thank you again for the dedication that you've shown and for all that you'll continue to do throughout the longest day season. And you know our efforts can't end here. So take this strength that you've witnessed from others and continue to share it in the fight against Alzheimer's. Continue your involvement, talk to others, bring new advocates to the cause. Because of your efforts and your strength against this disease, we will one day achieve our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Thank you again. And I'm going to turn it back over to Ann to close us out this evening.
Thank you, Natalie. And this actually kicks off a series of thank yous. We are so honored to work closely with the Longest Day Committee. And I know we have a couple of people representing the committee here with us tonight. Laren, Casey, Colin, thank you so much for all of that you do. And then also, of course, our incredible staff, Morgan Shiflett, Laura Forbes, our Director of Communications, is on with us. Natalie, for her great support. And I also want to shout out Melanie Perry, who's a member of our board. So it takes a village, it takes so many different people to move our mission forward. And we are just so grateful for all that you do and for spending your time and your talent with us. I also want to give a huge thank you and a congratulations to everyone who has and who will host a fundraiser this season. During this campaign, again, it's about connecting with your community, doing something you love to give voice to those who maybe are not as well heard in this season around Alzheimer's as we would like. So thank you for all of that. As I mentioned, donations will be accepted through the end of August, so there's plenty of time to push forward if you're motivated even by what you've seen and heard today or tonight. I'd like to close out our ceremony with a poem called That You Remember Me by Daniel Ekstrom. And if you have not heard it, you're in for a treat. If you have heard it, grab your Kleenex because it's a good one. So I encourage you to raise your light high and take a moment of reflection as you hear these words written by Daniel. I've learned so much throughout my life, but there's much I don't recall. I know it's in there somewhere, but it's hard to find it all. It's not that I've forgotten you or the things I said I'd do. I remember everything, but it's hidden somewhere I can't see, just beyond my view. You see, there is a shadow where there didn't used to be. And sometimes when I look right there, it just confuses me. My mind has ways of taking me where I don't want to go. I know your name, you see. Just right now, it's hard for me to think of the things I really know and to know what really is and what may not be so. Though I may forget you, it's important that you see just how much it means to me that you remember me. Again, thank you all for joining us for our very first Shine Your Light ceremony. I hope that you had a great time with us this evening or a great time with us around the longest day. We are here for you. This is one day out of 365 that we work to move our mission forward. And we're so grateful for all of you and what you do, even when we're not shining a light or really putting a big emphasis on one day. It's the work, it's the little things we do every single day to move this mission forward. And we're so incredibly grateful that you are by our side and that you are giving a voice to our loved ones who maybe don't. So that's all we have for this evening. So unless there's anything from the group, I'm going to say thank you. Don't forget to take a photo, chat in who you're shining your light for, and know that together we will end Alzheimer's and all other forms of dementia if we keep pressing forward together as a community.